So what's going on, Brevs? It's your boy Pt.2 Black, and welcome back to an absolutely fantastical, wonderful live stream. Today we're playing true Fortnite, like a baller, none of that battle royale bullshit everybody's been talking about recently. It's oversaturated the market, nobody knows what's really going on in the core essence of what makes up this game. So today we're playing some Save the World, trying to get this Raven guy, because he's an absolute baller. So, I'm gonna hit that grind, we're gonna hit it hard. But first, I'm gonna go get a different chair, because the one I'm sitting in right now hurts my bum. So, on the topic of Save the World especially, there's been a lot of talk recently that they might get rid of it, because Battle Royale is such a huge presence, and they already kind of like minced Paragon, so a lot of people are kind of worried that they're going to be like, we don't really need Save the World, it's not really like doing anything, you know, so yeah, we could just like nuke it and stop developing for it and just put all of our focus into Battle Royale. And it's honestly, it looks like, just from what I've seen over the course of Fortnite, because I got Fortnite like the day it came out basically, and through what I've been playing, it definitely seems that Battle Royale does get a hell of a lot more attention than Save the World does, which, I mean, to an extent is understandable because it has a much larger player base, and the reason behind that is because it's free, obviously. But in addition to that, it's kind of unfortunate because, like, Save the World also has a really dedicated and just, I don't know, it also has a player base that really likes the game and put a lot of time and effort into it, like, including myself, and I love this game. I don't play it as much as I should, but I definitely think it's worth the $40 for the early access. I mean, you don't even need it, you really don't, but it's still nice to have, especially since when it does go free on its release day, it's going to be a masterpiece regardless, so. But, I don't know, it's just, it'd be sad to see them try to, like, have this out and have this game and have everybody love it, but they'll be like, oh, the focus on Battle Royale is so much higher, so much better, we should just do that, and completely screw over Save the World, and I'm like, don't do that, no, this is so much fun. It's not really a lot of games, definitely not a lot of shooters that can keep my interest like this. Like, I tried Destiny, I tried Destiny 2, both of those are absolute garbage. I haven't played The Division yet, I have it, just haven't gotten around to it. Warframe does a good job of it, but anybody who's played Warframe can probably attest to this, but that game is a grind. It is a grind. I can't play it for too long, not necessarily in like sessions per sessions, but in overall time. Like, I can't play it for months at a time. I have to take breaks every once in a while because oh my god, it can be kind of rough. So we're going back to the mission we were doing yesterday with all of that bull, which y'all know if you were here yesterday. None of you were. But yeah, I do have Division on PS4. I do. Don't see why I'd have that on PC, since nobody I know has it on PC. Nobody I know has it on PS4 either, but I prefer console over PC. Call me a peasant if you want to. I really don't care. I really don't care. So, you know. But anyway, yeah, no. Yeah, well, you know what, Trey? Cool. Anyway, so yeah, back to Scan the Comet. If you were here yesterday, which I think maybe one person might have been here, you saw You saw how rough this was. So we're gonna try that again this time with another person. Hopefully we can get some more people joining, because this mission is no joke. Also, Trey, if you're here, why aren't you helping me? You have this game. Come help me. PC. Well, shit. Why didn't anybody tell me they had Division on PC? Not like it really mattered. I mean, I didn't go out of my way to buy it. My friend was selling it because he didn't want it, so I got it from him for $5, which is, from what I heard from a lot of people, is about as much as it's worth. So, anyway, it's dark as shit in there. Oh my god. Ugh. Alright, well, Trey, if you're gonna hop in on this, I gotta, probably gonna have to end up leaving this match. It's gonna be a rip, but hey, we'll see. Trey, I haven't even seen the Pyramidium yet. I finished it. It looks amazing. So good. Huh. Oh, we have a full squad this time. Alright, well now I don't want to leave. Yeah, you have some time. We're gonna try to finish this mission up and then I'll let you know, Trey. It'd be an amazing indie game. Yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, personally, like, I was really excited for the Division. Like, I kept up with it pretty heavily, and I just missed out on it when it actually came time to release. And I'm kind of glad. I don't know what it is about Ubisoft, but like the games that I've followed and like really got interested in have always been like really bad. Like, I really wanted to get For Honor, but I didn't have the money for it when it came out, and it got bad press. And same thing with the Division, and same thing with Assassin's Creed Unity. It's just like, oh my goodness, what is going on, Ubisoft? I think they're really coming back into their own now. Like, they recently acquired Valhalla, which I thought was a good move, because they're not developing on that, which is good, because, oh my god, Ubisoft making a fighting game. But yeah, they're not developing that, and then, oh, they placed it already. Oh, we're so screwed. What was I talking about? Brawlhalla. They got Brawlhalla, and then they fixed up For Honor pretty well. There's still, of course, a couple of things that could use some touching up, but they did a good job. And then, you didn't even clear this place out. Unity never really got fixed, which, I mean, it's not a well, it is a multiplayer game, but I mean, it's dead and gone now, so what are you really gonna do about it? Granted, it could have survived a lot longer had they not had the problems in the first place, but, somebody died. Cool. What else was I thinking of? Yeah, somebody brought a constructor. That was a good idea. What was the other game? Damn. I mentioned 3 games. What was the other one?
The Division, For Honor, and Assassin's Creed Unity.
Division, right. The Division. About the Division. I don't know. I haven't played it. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I think there's something about loot, maybe, that had an issue with it. I don't know. Personally, I think the real company that's dropping the ball on this kind of stuff is Activision. Cause it's like, come on, man. Come on. Like, I'm in a weird spot with them. I'm in a real weird spot with them. Yeah, I did hear the Division story sucked ass, but I don't know. That kind of stuff matters to me, because I'm a narrative person, so, Dan, you know that especially. I'm a very narrative person. But, you know, that'd be kind of important. But I could probably get by, because I like to give most people the benefit of the doubt and try to see the story for what it is. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Activision. They're a shit show. They are a shit show right now. They started off so high, and then everything just became a gigantic money grab, and honestly, it makes me sick. Like, trying, like, I'm in game design. I'm in the game design major, and like a big part of what I want to do when I'm out of college and making my own games and stuff is I want to be the anti-Activision because I hate them so freaking much. I hate everything that they do because they're horrible people. They're horrible people. It takes them forever to update games. When they do, they're like, oh, we're sorry we did this, let's go back and fix it. They've released a lot of unfinished crap, aka all like the past 3 Call of Duties, except for Black Ops 3. Except for Black Ops 3. But Infinite Warfare was an unfinished, unpolished piece of crap. Took like 6 months for the leaderboards to come out. The leaderboards people. Instead they focused all of their time on putting in like supply drops and mess like that. And on top of that, nobody liked it. I only bought Infinite Warfare because I wanted to get Modern Warfare Remastered, which I think is a huge piece of crap. Not gameplay-wise, but because they tried to resell it, and then I believe you had to rebuy all the DLC on top of it. Instead of just releasing it for what it was. And I think it was like, when they did finally release it by itself, I think it was like $40. Which is kind of extreme for what, like a 12-year-old game-ish? I really don't know. I never played Modern Warfare, I don't really have a good time scope, but I watch a pretty famous and well-known YouTuber, Merc Music. Yeah, at his channel, he's legendary. I've been watching him since I was like 11 years old. But I've been watching him for so long, and like I know from his experience that something like that is just not okay. And from a designer's point of view too, it's like that's horrible. Why would you do that? If somebody's experienced this and you're gonna remaster it, like, personally, I don't think it's worth $60 in general because like the market has changed, and unless you're like adding stuff, there's no point for you to go back to the original price point just because it looks nicer. That's dumb. That's dumb. Like you could get people to do that for you. You could literally get the community to mod in better graphics for you and have them release it for free. They'll do it. They'll do it for you. I mean, look at like Skyrim and stuff in Bethesda. Like, they'll take care of that stuff for you. But no, everything Activision does is just a cash grab. So I'm looking up Shadow of the Colossus right now because I know they remastered it, and I think they might have added like a few small things, but I don't think it's at $60 either. I don't quite know. Let me see. Yeah, Fort's in danger. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm coming. Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus is $40 for the remaster, which is the same as Modern Warfare Remastered, but also kind of not. Because like, I don't know. They didn't release Modern Warfare Remastered at full price, no. But the problem I have with it is that they released it at 40 standalone, and then they released all the DLC as separate things. If they put all the DLC in there, then I probably would have been fine with the $40 price tag. Because adding all that in there, I believe, brings it up to a total of 60. I'm not sure how much each map pack costs, but if I know anything about Call of Duty and season passes, actually it might even be more than that, but I'm not 100% sure, so let me know, chat. Anyway, all I'm really saying here is that Activision sucks, and Call of Duty is just one of the biggest flaws. Another one we can talk about, and I'm sure, if you know me, I'm sure you saw this one coming, but motherfucking Overwatch, oh my god, what a cesspool of garbage that game is. Gameplay-wise, not terrible if it was, like, balanced, but that's where the problem is, because the balance isn't there. I'm gonna compare it to Paladins. I'm going to compare it to Paladins because that's what everybody else did. And personally, Paladins is way better. It's way better because they don't take 20 years to update. And if they need to balance something, they're like, okay, we'll release it in the next update. You know when the next update's coming out? Like next month. Next month. I don't care that they have this PTR thing where people can test them and give it feedback, because they don't listen to their player base. They listen to the people in the tournaments who are, oh my god, big spoiler, giving them the most money, which is dumb, because that's like a very small part of the population who play that game. And that's not the majority of the people that are getting affected by all the changes that they're making and potentially killing off some people's favorite characters or favorite playstyles. And I know things have to change from time to time, like I'm not opposed to that, but the fact that you're not even listening to the majority of your player base and only appealing to the people who make you money, which is dumb because like they wouldn't even be there if they didn't buy the game and play it and go through that grind like everybody else had to do. Like how do you expect people to get up to that level and make you even more money if you keep changing things based off of a couple people's opinions? Irritating. Fuck that game. That's not my only gripe about it. Like, there are tons of things I could go on about that game. Like, the Mercy nerf, the Mercy genocide. I don't know a single game that has gone through that many nerfs in such a short time of a weapon. Like, leave it Destiny 2 with Prometheus lens. Now that shit was fun. But they were like, we're gonna take this and we're going to nerf it into the ground, and then in like 3 months we're gonna do it properly. And I'm like, well, that's dumb. But at least it's like, at least they told us what they were gonna do, instead of just being like, okay, we have this character, right? And the pros hate her, but everybody else thinks she's fine. Maybe a couple people don't. But we're gonna take her and we're gonna nerf her. Okay, cool. So we did that, and now everybody thinks she's still too broken, so we're gonna nerf her again. And then we're gonna nerf her again. And then we're gonna nerf her again. And now she's unplayable. Alright, we did it. Let's all go home. What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
It was a travesty, is what it was.
Hmm?
It was a travesty.
What are your thoughts on that?
The Mercy nerf?
The Mercy genocide, yeah.
Well, that's what you said. The pros didn't like her because they hated Resurrection. So it was like, well, she just make her useless, just make her stand there and heal.
Yeah, what is the benefit of that? Like, did they want her to be more of an aggressive character?
No, she's never been an aggressive character. She doesn't have the DPS for it.
Exactly, so like what's...
She's supposed to stand there and heal now.
So why even bother doing that? Because like now she's worse than like everybody else at that point. I mean, she's got like the standing heal and she can heal multiple people, but I mean, so can Zen, so can Lucio. Ana can do it pretty damn well. She shoots somebody.
Kind of her nerf. Like the change in the ult wasn't even that bad. It was when they made her E ability have a pastime that made it really bad.
Mm-hmm. But even then, can't she still res?
She can, it's her E ability. But
Yeah.
it's on a constant 30 seconds to die. It doesn't reset when you die.
Okay, well see, if they hated res, they kinda in a sort of way made it a little bit more accessible. Like, it's not a full team res, but like...
What the pros had was like, oh, we did this whole cool team like the Mercy just press E and buy her own team.
Yeah, well I mean, that's why you target the Mercy. That's on them.
You'd think that, the pros were like, you suck. So, she went away.
Like, that's classic, like, battle arena tactics #1. If the healer's fucking up your shit, kill the healer. Oh my god, it's not even that hard. Especially not in Overwatch, where everybody's health values are, like, in the negative to begin with. That's so dumb. It's so dumb. I'm not sure wall that for you.
I mean, she's still a great solo healer, but she doesn't have like the impact protection anymore.
No, she doesn't. And it's like, that's her thing. Because, I mean, I can solo heal with Ana just fine. I've done it plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Zen can. I really don't think Zen can. Yeah, Zen's really bad at it. I don't think Lucio can do it very well either.
I mean, he used to be able to when his like healing pool was bigger before he was that. But as long as you have like another heal, like you can, depending on your team comp. Like if you have like self-sustaining characters as well, like maybe a Roadhog. Or of course maybe D.Va because her armor, she you can probably get rid of these,
What give me Diva because her armor? Diva ain't got shit. Diva dies so fucking fast, it's not even funny. All of the tanks die that fast. Because he can self-sustain, which makes sense for a tank. You need to have at least something, or be able to take a decent amount of punishment before dying. That's literally the definition of a tank, is to tank damage. Nobody can really do that in that game besides Roadhog.
I mean,
Reinhardt has a shield, but that's not tanking damage. It's not. The character itself is not taking the damage, the shield is.
Shield. You know what they did to
What do they do? Is it different than what you said before?
What did I say before?
I don't remember.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know what I heard. Like I said, they moved her teleport to her
Yeah, I know that.
You know, her ultimate is like this 5,000 health light shield that spans the entire map.
Yeah, the fucking Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
How was that okay?
They moved her to a defense character, so she does so.
But if it spans the whole map, whose idea was that?
Blizzards? I don't know.
Yeah, this is why I don't like that game. This is why I don't like that game. That's their idea of balance. Let's make a shield that spans the whole map.
Hey, at least your beam doesn't lock on anywhere.
Oh, thank God. Like, people haven't been literally asking for that for years. Way to get on it now, fucking Blizzard. Jesus.
I'm so happy they gave her turd more health.
Now see, that's like the one decent balancing thing that they did. They reduced the number of turrets, but they increased their health and damage. That's smart. That is it. That is the only thing good that came out of that. They gave her a wall that spans the whole map. She can teleport on command now, which I guess is kind of fine. Does that affect teammates?
Yes.
Does it have a duration?
Not that I'm aware of, as long as you
okay, great. So it's infinite fucking duration. Okay, see, that's a problem. That's a problem. If it was a limited duration...
I think it's limited duration.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Plus, both things could be destroyed real easy. They have less health now.
No, because like you still have to go out of your way to find that stuff is the problem.
Well, they have them in limited range now. Like you can place the entrance is actually about 25 meters from the center.
I don't know, I'm still shaky about that.
They're thinking about changing that.
Oh, they should. There's a lot of things in that game that need to be changed.
I want them to get Diva down.
They need to... Yeah, they need to put Diva's shield back up to what it was.
You mean her defense matrix?
Yeah.
But she could eat all the ult.
Yeah, good. That's kind of the point.
If you time it right. She can eat all Terran all the way.
That's kind of the fucking point. I remember sitting there one day, we did that, Cameron and I were playing, I was playing Diva, he was playing Orisa, and he laid down Orisa's ult, and I had Diva ready, and Farrah came in, and she ulted, and I fucking swallowed the whole thing, and then Cameron knocked the fuck out, and it was awesome. But I can't do that now. I can't do that now, because I'm, one, not good enough at Diva to be able to pull that off with, like, the limited time window, and two, I'm generally just bad at Overwatch. But that thing is trash. I hate that they did that to her because she's not a tank. She's not a tank. She cannot tank that damage for very long. She has literally nothing. I can't really understand why people consider her that. I think she's a much better spot in DPS because at least then it would be understandable. Doesn't make sense.
She's more of a hybrid role.
Okay, well then change your game because now you're just being misleading. There we go. Let the superhero community know that we're recruiting. Cool. Well, how do I do that? Oh, I just gotta do missions. Okay. Okay, sure. I'll jump in on this. So yeah, no, I mean, I could go on for days about how much I hate Overwatch, but I think I'll cut it there. But on Paladins, the tanks feel like tanks. The damages do damage. The healers actually heal. Everything is nice. And the biggest thing, the number one thing that makes me like Paladins over Overwatch is the passive healing. Without a doubt, I don't know why that's not in Overwatch, especially with their minimal health values. If you leave combat for like 5 seconds, you start getting health back. That's nice. That is nice, and a lot of people need that because those health packs are one per team basically until that cooldown goes off. And even though Sombra can hack it, if the enemy team has a Sombra, they can hack it too, so you're fucked. And if your healer's trash, then you're definitely fucked. So, I think a passive healing could do that game a lot of good.
I mean, technically that is the payload heals you as well.
But what if you're playing a map that doesn't have payload?
You could.
Yeah, no. No, that game irritates me. But I'm done talking about it now. Who am I playing with? Oh my god. These guys are like way above my level. Yeah, shanked out here. Good boys. Let's see. I'm gonna just let them do the objective while I try to finish this quest up, because I mean, they don't need my help. Got him. Locker's the real champion here. Anyway. More Activision roasts. Diablo. Where's Diablo 4, damn it? I love Diablo 3. I really do, but it's boring now. It's boring. And Trey can attest to this. We played that shit till like 5 in the morning every day for like a week straight. And we got basically all of our sets, we made ourselves as broken as possible, and now it's boring, because they didn't add anything. They put in the Necromancer stuff, which was cool. Necromancer's a really cool class, but that's it. That's it. It's done now. Necromancer's done. And they didn't put anything else in. The seasons were cool to begin with, because we'd never done them before. But as soon as we like got everything we wanted, they just kept recycling the same season sets. I was like, what's the point? What's the point? Who's coming back to do this? Why? What's the point? Like, come on, people. Jesus. Add content. Listen to your player base. Do things. And if you're not gonna work on the game anymore, at least announce the next one. Otherwise, keep that shit coming. And even if you do announce the next one, keep that shit coming. Keep your player base engaged so they'll actually want to buy the next game. Instead of being like, oh, they're just going to literally do exactly what they did for Diablo 3. I don't know why I'm going to waste my money on this, because eventually in like 3 or so years, it's just going to be a stagnant pile of garbage, and I'm just going to be like, wow, I wasted $60 again. Thanks, Activision. I hate it. I really do. Excuse my yawning. I hate the gaming industry right now. Because, like, the big contenders are the ones making the biggest mistakes. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of hidden gems out there. Epic Games is doing a lot of good work. Fortnite has come a long way from the very beginning. Save the World and Battle Royale. I mean, I was there at the beginning for both. But, yeah, I'm literally just letting them do everything. This is a mimic. Yeah, it's a mimic. Okay. Thought she jumped this time. Alright. Let me focus on this for a second. Okay. Dope. Let's see. Yeah, Fortnite has come a really long way. Like, they've done a lot of quality of life stuff. Battle Royale has gone infinitely popular. The new update they just put out for it is amazing. I'm really having a lot of fun with that game now. Never thought I'd really get too into the Battle Royale genre, but Fortnite has really kind of changed my opinion about the whole game and how to really do something like that properly. And now with speculation that Battle Royale is going to replace Call of Duty Black Ops 4's campaign, that'll be interesting. I don't really want to comment on that right now. I'll let the pros do that. but that'll be interesting. Personally, I don't think they should get rid of the campaign. I think if they had that and had Battle Royale, then that'd be fine. I'd be perfectly fine with that. They have a great opportunity now to go back and tie in Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3, because I know that was a big issue with a lot of people, that they didn't really like tie everything together, and a lot of people were like, well, Black Ops 3's campaign sucked because it didn't have anything to do with Black Ops 2. And Black Ops 2, everybody loved that because Mason and David Mason, and oh my god, you killed your own father. Like, holy shit, that was not cool. But yeah, and I enjoyed a lot of the themes from Black Ops 3 because I'm a fucking weirdo. But like Frozen Forest and Deimos and Corvus, like all of that was really fucking cool and interesting, and I'm super down with that. Like, what are like psychological effects of like interfacing with AI and shit? Like, I'm down. I'm super down. But I want to know, like, how did they get to that spot? They didn't explain that. They completely neglected to go into any real detail about the DNI and all that good stuff. And I think doing like an origin story tying Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3 as like a sort of prequel sequel kind of thing, explaining how they progressed from what's his name, Menendez's reign of terror and dead and all that shit. They have a great opportunity, and I honestly hate to see them pass that up because that would just be a shame. I hope they don't. I really hope they don't, because the people at Treyarch love a good narrative. I mean, that's easy to tell from Zombies. Granted, I mean, the Zombies narrative, I don't think I could recite the whole thing for you like I could beforehand, because, I mean, you're working with multiple dimensions now. And, like, I know that sounds hypocritical for those of you who've played my campaign, but trust me, theirs is a bit more wild than mine is. So, I mean, it's one thing when you have like multiple iterations of a singular character, but it's another thing when you have multiple iterations of a singular character and they're basically going on like a hunting trip trying to find all of those iterations and killing them, trying to keep track of every single thing and like who's from where and what's doing what. And their dimensional stuff is in the hundreds, but they don't list all of them like I do. So it's like, what do you want me to do about this? How do you expect me to keep up with this? It's nuts. I mean, there's only like 3 big ones. There's like Primus and Ultimus, and I think there's one more that really matters, but I mean, I'm not gonna go into that. Go to Mr. Dalek JD or Mr. Raffle Waffles if you want to know more about zombies. Their channels are amazing. Again, I've been watching Dalek since I was like 10 or 11. But, yeah, Call of Duty's not really in my forte anymore, so I kind of just watch them for... I mean, I play zombies a lot. I'm going to get Black Ops 4, obviously, for zombies, but that's really kind of all I play that game for. Anyway, man, streaming is hard. I've been talking for like... It's not even that. It's not that bad. I mean, I guess I talk a lot anyway because of campaigns. Because of campaigns. Speaking of campaigns, the one I did this semester, Chapter 2, has gone amazingly. I've had an excellent player base this time around. Not that Chapter 1 was bad, and it's just everybody's been really patient and with all the nerfs and changes and stuff to classes and whatnot, and I really appreciate all of the feedback I've gotten over the course of the semester about what's been getting updated and the storyline. I think a lot of people really enjoyed the whole time skipping, time looping, time breaking mechanic, and looking on it now, I'm trying to figure out how much time we have left before everybody's kind of just like, okay, finals are here, I don't want to do this anymore because I need to focus, which, I mean, perfectly understandable from my point of view. I mean, I don't have a lot of finals, it's mostly projects, and, I mean, projects are projects, so I don't really have to study for anything, but where I am right now, I'd love to get Pt.2 done because I kind of have everybody in sort of a questing area, and I don't want to just be like, oh, nope, this is the last thing, time to go to the final fight. But nah, I have to tie it in. It's gonna nag at me if I don't. So, if you are participating in one of my campaigns, Trey and Connor excluded because you guys are at home, and I have something completely different planned for y'all, because it doesn't really work with two people. But if you are in one of my campaigns this semester, do let me know when you want to, like, how many more sessions you guys want to do. I'm aiming for 2 more, just because of the positioning of the storyline right now, where you guys are all at. 2 would be ideal. I could make 1 work, but the transition might be a little bit wonky, just because of where you guys are at. I'd really have to plan around certain things, because I know two groups are in one location right now, and then the 3rd group is currently dealing with that. So honestly, I mean, it'd really kind of depend. I suppose I could move the time up and try to do an hour each. I don't know. We can work it out. We can work it out. But yeah, if you're in one of my sessions and you're in chat, let me know how many more you want to do. I mean, wait, what? Okay, I didn't read any of these. Overwatch, hold the center place. StarCraft 2 wants to and go to Eastward. Yeah, well, fuck that though. Who are some of the main players may be leaving in the first week? First week of what? Be more specific. I don't know what you're talking about, Dan. You mean like first week of finals? Or I don't even know. I don't even know. I know a lot of people's finals are around like the 9th-ish, that 2nd week, like after this one. And I'm sure a lot of people will probably be leaving after that. I don't leave until the 16th, unfortunately, so I'll be here for a while. I mean, I've got plenty of time, but I don't know about y'all. Finals? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'll probably put in like a couple messages in the group chat, try to like really narrow down a time. If I need to plan for 1 more, I can make it work. I'm sure of it. But 2 would be ideal. But I might just like, if necessary, I can compress the times to like 1 hour per session to like wrap up where you guys are at. And then everybody gets together for like the ultimate thing, you know? Which I'm probably gonna need a lot of help with. I'll probably talk to Ellie about that. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. If you're interested, Dan, I have been looking into a lot more ciphers and cipher patterns, and I think we'll be doing something interesting with that. The scavenger hunt idea is still on the table, so look forward to that. And then of course, the big boss. Oh boy. That's gonna be one hell of a fight. I'm incorporating a little bit of real game design for that one. It's gonna be very similar to how you might fight an Eidolon in a Warframe, or how you might do a raid boss in Destiny, or really any MMO that's better than that, which is like all of them. But it'll definitely make you guys work together and try to figure this out together, because I mean, with the way things have gone this campaign, and Trey and Connor, if you're watching this, this is going to affect you, what they've done. The way things have gone in their campaign, they have really only gotten about a little bit over half of the required things in order to successfully close the time loop. So, on the off chance that they fail the fight, well, we'll see. And honestly, depending on how it might go, they might not even have to fight anything at all. We will see. We shall see. But I'll let you guys know now if, in these last couple sessions, there will be things that you need. And these will kind of be your redeeming graces, basically. Because if you don't find these things, then you're gonna have a much harder time trying to fight this boss. So, good luck. Anyway, trying to think. What else? What else to talk about today? I don't really know. I think I'm out of topics. I guess I could talk about... I guess just gaming in general. Kind of my big thing anyway. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I mean, obviously, I'm a gamer. I play a lot of video games. How the fuck? Your curve ratio is not cool. I don't like that. Back off. I'm gonna put a wall in front of you to see if that does anything. Oh, it does. That's that. Okay, bet. It's a nice little tech. Alright, good to know. What was I talking about? Gaming, right? And me. Oh, he's got it already, the fuck. Damn it. But anyway, MMOs. MMOs are like MMORPGs, especially. Those are my niche. I love MMOs. I've been playing them since like RuneScape. Always been on that stuff. I've always enjoyed the ability to kind of make somebody your own and then go out to the world and try to make them as broken as possible. I think I've only succeeded on that in like one game. One game. I think I've made it to end game content, and that's Warframe. I have put so much time into Warframe. I'm 3 master ranks out from the highest. Yeah, I put a lot of time into Warframe. What do I mean by doing this for one of my classes? I am working on a project that requires a lot of videos. So I'm trying to make a lot of videos. I've been doing like a live stream every day, basically trying to get the content that I need. It's tomorrow, Thursday, so tomorrow I have programming to do. So I'll probably do that live stream until 2. And then I have to go do that project, and then afterwards I have to come back and work on finances. Yay! You guys want to watch me work on finances as a live stream? It's honestly kind of interesting. You get to see all my worked on content, but it's funny. Yeah. So I need like 15 videos basically. So I'm just getting a bunch of streams of that because that essentially allows me to get like if I do something cool, like saying like Battle Royale or Brawlhalla or something. I'll just have that and I can go in and cut it and put it into something I need. Basically, it's more variable that way. Melee llama. Tempting. But I'm pretty good on melees right now. Some more flyers. I don't know where to get these med bots at. I guess I'll do the main quest and I should be able to get them. Oh god. Oh god. Retrieve the data. Oh god. Alright, bet. Let's do this. Did I level up from that last one? I did. Nice. Which means, I think I already have the sword evolution thing, but I can get the ninja evolution. What is that? Oh, slow field. That's cool. That could be really useful, actually. But I'm gonna save that for later, because we need to get our hands on some of the, weapon upgrades from up here, because I need to get the assault rifle evolution stuff. But, yeah, because I upgraded the sword now. Malachite's been ready to go. I need to get some Malachite so I can actually make the damn thing. Yeah, this thing out damages my pistol now. Kind of. I really don't know how that works. But it's cool. It's cool. Level, yeah, it's a higher level-ish. Well, it's got a higher level cap. My name, subtype, rating. It's a little bit lower rating though. Need to get Deathwing levels up. I need to find like a really strong melee weapon. This Neon Scythe is pretty dope. Hopefully I can get something It's like affliction damage on it. That'd be nice. Don't think I have any of that though. Where's that pistol at? Where is that pistol? There it is. Whisper 45. This thing is like my new favorite. Now don't get me wrong, Founder's Vendetta is, but Whisper 45 is amazing. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. Anyway, yeah, MMOs.
I'm gonna go eat.
Okay, maybe when I finish.
When are you gonna finish?
Well, let me think. It's almost 1 now, probably about 2. I had to come back and work on some of those financial projections. I don't know. Is that today? I really hope that's not today, because I would die. I'll go to like Outlook or something. Where am I? What's going on? Okay, we have 4 of them right here. That should take care of all of the stuff we need for this quest. I think, what the fuck? The fucking. Yeah, I can do. Alright, so I need to get that turned in. Hey, shit. T4. Ding, 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 ding. I missed, like, all 3 of those. Ice cream truck. Have a significant importance in Battle Royale. Man, my mind is, like, all over the place. Yummy meows, yummy meows. I was thinking of talking about Warframe, actually. So about that. Oh boy, Warframe. Warframe has also come a long way. But it's a much slower pace than I think a lot of other games are. But they are also a much smaller company, a much smaller team. But for what they are, like for the size that they are, what they do is honestly kind of astonishing. They put in a lot of work. They really care about their community, and that's kind of like, that's the kind of design that I want to do and make. And I can't even think right now. I don't know if I'm tired or just like not in it. Like I have no idea what's going on. I cannot think. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know if I want to talk about this right now. Who's breathing into their mic?
Turtle.
Hmm.
Apparently, the science campus has power outage and people are locked in buildings.
Oh, that's a rip. Oh boy. I really have no idea what to talk about. I don't know. I was gonna look up the Senior Game Expo time, so I know that's soon. Yeah, it is Wednesday. Damn. 10 to 1. Man. I ain't got that kind of time. Shit. 10 to 1, why couldn't it be later? I don't even have any of that done yet. Ah. Heck. Alright, well, looks like I'm not going to be able to go to that because I don't have anything ready for him. So. Might just have to cut the stream early today. I was planning on going to 2, but I'll probably just do this mission and then head off because I gotta take care of some stuff, so try to focus on that, I guess. We can talk about that. So for something like this, oh god, hello. I think we're gonna want to try the... I don't know if this one's gonna move or not. Also, I need to get the rest of my quest objectives. Let's focus on that first.
indestructible, home base will stand behind you. Nicely done. We're going to be overrun by eager superheroes, ready and willing to work.
Look, I probably don't need to tell you that the hero community is not happy about those flyers.
Well, maybe if they spent more time getting bitten by radioactive bugs and surviving lab accidents, and less time leaving me swears on my voicemail.
Swears? Are what, 5 years old?
I'm 7.
7? Like, should be coloring and sipping juice 7? Like, for real?
Yeah.
And that's not robot years or something?
No.
Why are you in charge?
Ray said it would just be for 5 minutes and she'd be right back. And then I had to spend the night alone. By myself.
Alright, little man. We got you.
Fucking love. I love Locke. He's too funny. This game's like voice acting is pretty on point. They have the guy from Steven Universe. They have Steven's dad as a voice actor in this game. Do you know that?
I'm sorry, what?
Steven's dad is a voice actor in this game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who's his voice?
Huh?
Who's his voice?
He voices a radio DJ that talks about like conspiracy theories and stuff, and may or may not be dead.
Oh, here. Steven, your dad.
Yeah, I was really confused when I heard him for the first time because I was like, wait a minute, I know that voice.
You met Steven's dad?
Huh?
You met Steven's dad?
No. I knew that voice when I heard it the first time. I just wasn't sure where I heard it from, and then I kind of pieced it together. What the hell is happening here? What is this? What are y'all doing? Should I intervene?
Nah.
What do you mean, nah? This is my mission too.
Then sure.
The campaign, are we going to be returning to the mansion, or will you have to change your plans on making the JoJo sword? We'll probably get back to the mansion. I don't think you guys would be spending a lot of time in there. From what I know, I might cut down the length of it, honestly, because I mean it's supposed to be like 5 or so floors, but I don't think we're gonna have that kind of time. So I'll probably cut down the length and then get you guys through where you need to go. If you guys finish the first floor, so you got like 4 more to go, but I don't know. Yeah, you'll make it back. You can make your damn sword. But I suggest you have that ready to go because we're just gonna punch it from this point on. Really just gonna sit down and get this thing out of the way, get this whole big plan going. I really need to start enlisting help for that. Probably putting it in an elephant's trap. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. I need more wood and steel for Argus. There's a Hearthstone reference. If you got that, you're cool. Even though I don't really play Hearthstone anymore. That's another Activision game that I don't like anymore. Man, they just rack it up with that shit. Hearthstone. I used to play the shit out of Hearthstone. I really did. I really enjoyed it. And then they were like, this is a free-to-play game, but it's actually not. It's more of a subscription-based game, if anything. Because every couple months or so, we're going to release a new pack, and that pack is going to become meta, and if you don't have it, don't expect to win. That's like, alright. Alright, Activision. I see what you're doing here, and I don't like it, so I'm not going to play anymore. Bye. God. What is wrong with them? Just fallen so far out of my graces over the years. Do I have a favorite? No, good. Do I have a favorite developer? I have a favorite developer. Yes and no. Yes and no. I say that because my favorite game of all time, barring Guitar Hero, because that's always going to have a special place in my heart. Barring Guitar Hero, my favorite game of all time is Bloodborne. There's good reason for that. Not going to go into it. Say that for a different stream. But Miyazaki is not my favorite developer. Reason being is because Dark Souls 3, while it was good, was nowhere near the caliber of Bloodborne. It didn't. They're not the same game. They're not the same game. I think from a Dark Souls 2 to Dark Souls 3 perspective, and everybody's going to have their own individual opinions on this, but from Dark Souls 2 to Dark Souls 3 perspective, I prefer Dark Souls 3 way more because it's faster, and I like faster combat. But it was easy. It was easy. Bloodborne pushed me, like, harder than any other game I've ever played. That shit was insanely difficult in my first playthrough. After a while, it did get better. I got more comfortable at it. But even then, like, it still threw me curveballs left and right, trying to really test my ability and knowledge of the game and how it worked. And I didn't get that out of Dark Souls. I got to, like, on my first, like, blind playthrough, I got the Pontiff, and I was like, okay, my health sucks. I'll start over, make a new guy, get to where I was, and just have higher health this time around. I did that. His Pontiff was beating the shit out of me. He was like two-shot me, and I was like, okay, this is way too hard, or I did something wrong. So I looked at my stats, and I was like, I don't really have a lot of health. So I went back. I started a game over, made a new character, gave him a decent amount of health. I got the Pontiff easy. Easy as shit. And I was like, okay, so that makes sense. I went on to beat that game in about 2 weeks' time. Dark Souls was mad easy. Bloodborne took me around 7 months to finish. Part of that was because I didn't play for a long time, because, well, it broke me. That first area, if you've played Bloodborne and you know about the first area with, like, the mob, easily the hardest part of the game if you're doing a blind playthrough. Never played a Souls game before, which I hadn't at that time. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, that stuff is hard, like, ridiculously hard, and it takes a lot of patience to get through it, and it's designed that way. Miyazaki was like, I designed it to weed out the noobs. I'm like, bet. When I read that, I'm like, okay, I'm going in there, and I'm not stopping until I beat this. And I did. I've never had a game, like, push me to my limit like that, though, and Trey knows this, but, like, that last fight on that night, holy god. I don't think I've ever been that hype about a video game before in my life, like, besides that Guitar Hero tournament. But that's what's hard about, like, so I'm sorry. I'm getting paid for that, obviously I'm gonna be hype about it. It's like a PvE game, like, holy god. Never been that hype about what is going on here. Jeez. Like, go, like, metaphysically warped. So yeah, Bloodborne's by far my favorite game. However, favorite developer, and even though I've only played one of his games, and I would love to go back and play some more of them, have to be Yoko Taro. It has to be, and it's not even from, like, the game development aspect of it. Don't get me wrong, Nier Automata is one of my favorite games as well. I love Nier Automata. It was fantastic. I loved all the endings. I loved the gameplay. Everything was great. But Yoko is my favorite because just the way he carries himself as a developer. He's very honest, very straightforward. I don't have exactly the same goals as he does. 'Cause, I mean, he said it in multiple interviews, and, like, he won't deny this. But he's like, basically, I'll make a game if I'm gonna get paid for it. Like, I don't care. And I respect that. Like, I feel that. That's not really what I'm in it for. I want to make games to bring gaming back to a much higher light than it is now. That's my whole thing. But Yoko makes a great story, and he does things that people, even his own design team, wouldn't expect. And that's the kind of stuff that I do. And I love it. I love it so much when you put in something that people will never see coming in a game. And that's like going through and getting ending E for Nier Automata was like eye-opening. Like, wow, that's wild. And I've been following like every single interview Yoko's been in since I finished Nier Automata, basically. Like, I keep up with him and everything he does, trying to see if he's gonna make another game soon or what. Because I love him. I love his style. I love the way he carries himself in interviews and on stage and stuff and performances. And God, he's just an amazing developer. So that's the kind of person I want to strive to be towards. Just really honest with my community and showing them a lot of love and support and having them just kind of follow me step by step through the development process so like they know what everything's doing. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that because like the campaign I'm doing at the Aurelius Infinitus is, and a lot of people I'm sure don't know this, but it's a prototype for a game that I wanted to make, and the reason why I have all of this stuff written out is because I've been trying to make it since I was like 7 years old. Obviously I didn't get a lot of support from my parents on that, which is why I haven't done anything with it physically. But when I started DMing last year, I saw an opportunity basically to start making the groundwork for that game because I'm starting to learn and that's a stretch, but I'm starting to learn how to do those things like manipulate Unity and Construct 2 and 3ds Max and stuff like that. So now that I'm actually, oh god, yeah, excuse that. Now that I'm actually getting into the game design part of game design, it's becoming, what the fuck is this? Ew! Ew! This is horribly inefficient. God. I'm glad I didn't get involved. Back to what I was saying. Now that I'm getting like more into the game design aspect of things, like I see the opportunity to start working on that game, and obviously you don't get anywhere without having stuff written down. So a part of what you guys are doing in the campaign right now is essentially testing out everything that I want to incorporate into an actual game. And I appreciate it because you guys are telling me everything that I'm doing wrong, and I need that. That's why we don't use wood. That right there. That's why we don't use wood.
He got real far.
Yeah, he went through the whole thing. If a husk got in there, we would have lost the file. And we lost the file. See, case in point. That's why we don't use wood. That's why we don't use wood. We lost 2. Nice. We are getting fucked up right now. Where's the breach? Where is it? Christ almighty. Okay, see, I see what y'all did. I see what y'all did. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not good. It's not. I'll pop this out. Break that. It's an amalgamation, really. Fucking, there's so much. Yeah, lost another one. And there's a couple of things you did wrong here. First off, if you're gonna have stuff like this here, you need to have some kind of limiter, keeping these guys at bay so they don't get in that easily. So we have time to actually come in here and cull down the horde. Also, why is this a breach? If you're gonna have 3 layers, make 3 layers. Come on, people. It's not that fucking hard. I'm talking a lot of shit right now, but like this is just...
Not everybody's just designing things.
I'm not perfect either.
You're a lot better than them, and you're putting your standards over yours.
It's not even my standards. This is just a mess. It's all over the place. Look at it. Look at it. There's breaches everywhere. The wood has not been fortified. We shouldn't have shot it down. We had like 4 extra minutes to fortify this thing. We shouldn't have shot the damn thing down. We lost 3 things. We have 5 more to go, and we're getting beat up.
Beat up.
Somebody's dead. Never use wood for internal barricading because it goes down too fast, and smashers will just cut right through it. Always want to use steel when protecting the objective, because it'll take them a lot longer to go through. Even if there's a lot of them, it's still going to take a lot longer for them to cut through steel than it is going to cut through wood. second, I'm pretty sure we have a natural funnel. So somebody could have been on that. Even if you don't know how to make it, you could have been working on that a little bit, to say the least. Third, we should have been upgrading. Like, I don't know why that didn't happen. Because that's huge. Like, we have to have upgrades. Nobody's making staircases. Why are we making staircases? They're not going to come up here. They're not going to come up here. And from what it looks like, they're just jumping through the staircases, getting down here. So, don't do that. Oh, man. I don't even know where we're getting hit from at this point. There's people everywhere. Minimap isn't being exactly useful. Somebody's still dead up there. Let me go get them. Got two of these guys. Christ. Yeah, y'all have fun with that. What a mess. What a mess. Like, we'll win, but we could have not taken damage like that. It could have been so easily rectified. And like, y'all can get mad and say like, you didn't help build it. I'm like, yeah, I didn't, because I didn't want to waste my resources on what was going to turn out to be a steaming pile of garbage. And I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, they probably can.
Oh god. Is this questions or like...
Look. This kind of mission isn't that hard. It really isn't. Simple pyramid structure, walls around the pyramid, another pyramid on top of that, walls around that. That's easy, and it takes maybe like 1,000 steel at best. Even then, you don't even need that much. You can do a simple cube formation, do a pyramid around that, put some traps on the outside, done. Easy. What we're lacking here is upgrades and traps. The formation is all wrong. Too much wood, way too much wood. And the wood's not even upgraded. Like, that's the big thing. The defense is not there. And it reflects in their health values too, because they're at like half health. One of them is nearly dead, and I'm here at full. It's a mess. Gotta work on that.
Probably crying now.
They'll do. Anyway, I think that's gonna be all I can get to today. I got some work to take care of, so thanks for everybody watching. People actually watch this time, so that's cool. That's like several 100% more than it usually is. So cool. Thanks for the viewership. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for coming out and showing your support. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow around the same time.